It's your boy Gutt here with Gut Talk. We got a special guest in the building. Talk to him.
What up? It's ItzBronch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Good. How are you, Gutt?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. It's weird recording podcasts on a college football Saturday, but I had to make some sacrifices for the brand. So,
Right.
It couldn't be a Sunday. I couldn't totally fold, but
Oh, no.
You
Go
know.
Pack, go, baby.
you know what I'm saying. But let's get right into it. So, tell me where you're from, how your upbringing was. Kind of paint the picture as best you can.
I'm from Wisconsin, so, but I'm from Wisconsin, but I don't feel like I'm from here. You know what I mean?
All right, elaborate on that.
Like, I come from a tiny little town, like 1,000 people in it. And,
Okay.
look at how I dress and,
Yeah, you definitely
Like-
don't fit the description of a small town,
right.
not the stereotype, but, most small town people, would be more on the countryside for the most part.
Absolutely. And, at my high school, we had bring your tractor to school day. These dudes would roll up on their tractors.
So when you saw Bring Your Tractor School Day, were you kind of like roasting a little bit, like whispering your homie's ear, or was it never like that?
I mean, it was kind of like that, but, from where I'm from, I had 60 people in my graduating class. I
Oh.
had to be homies with the tractor drivers. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
right. I guess you kind of had to. I mean, that's kind of a good thing, though. It's sometimes I feel like getting out of your surroundings of necessarily what you want and being surrounded by other things that you may necessarily be like, oh, well, I'm not into that. But like, it kind of teaches you good life lessons to be, especially if you want to be an artist. And now I shouldn't say want to be because you are an artist, but want to
Right.
be a bigger artist. I feel like that's a good thing to have in your mind because you can. I feel like when you're at a certain stage, you want to connect with everybody, not just a certain group of people
Right.
or not a certain style of people.
Because at the end of the day, I want them guys to like my music. You know what I mean? Even if
Mhm.
we're not like homies or whatever. But they listen to, all the country shit. And I want them to like what I make. So I had to be homies with them. And I'm homies a lot. Shout out them guys. A lot of them guys, my really close friends now. But they are not
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the
Thank-
same swag.
No, I put the cowboy boots on. Put their boot cut jeans on, their dually trucks and stuff. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but
Okay, so how would you describe? You don't have to get too in depth, but kind of like family life, home life. How was that?
it's always been good for me. I got a really big family, and they have always stayed around where we came from, that small town, and they're all still there. I mean, my mom's been good, my dad's been good. I got a brother. Then I got a sister. It's been good. It's been good. Nothing bad to say about that. I
So-
can't say it was hard to come up.
Oh man, I like the honesty. So you start out in school young. You're in that area. You lived there your whole life growing up. You didn't move around, nothing like that.
No, I never moved around. Nope. One school, one town. I still live at the same town.
So when you were young, what was kind of the hobbies or aspirations you had when you were young? Because when I was real young, since pretty much it feels like I was born, I always wanted to play in the NFL. That was kind
How
of my
young are you
thing.
talking?
Like, I don't know. It's the first thoughts, I guess. Maybe like 6, 7. I mean,
Okay,
I feel like
okay.
when you're 4 or 5,
Okay.
you don't have. You're just kind of like there. You
Right.
know what I mean?
So you're saying from the jump.
Yeah. So like when I was really young, I always wanted to be an NFL player.
Mhm.
That was kind of always my thing. I was into football at a really, really young age, and obviously I didn't get to that what I wanted when I was younger. But I enjoyed playing football.
I feel like
No.
you're close to obviously you don't play, but you're so close to I see you on the field at the Packer games and
Yeah,
shit.
no, I got a lot of connections and
Right.
a lot of people who I know, and I'm as close as I can get to there without
Right.
being physically playing, which is definitely nice. But that was something I wanted at a really young age. What was something that you wanted?
I always wanted from 6 or 7 years old. I'm one of the biggest Justin Bieber fans. I always just want to be a singer, be an artist. That's always what I wanted. I went to my first Justin Bieber concert. And I was probably 10 years old.
Mm.
My little backwards Yankees hat. That's where it comes from.
So was your family kind of supportive of that, what you wanted, or were they kind of like, oh, okay, whatever?
Well, I mean, at that age, they're you need to go to school, you need to go to college, you need to get a job, doing that stuff. But now that I'm grown, I'd say when I was 16 or so, I'm 22 now. So when I was 16, I really started making music hard, and they have shown nothing but support, and they want me to, figure it out and take it to the next level, if that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense.
But when I'm 6 or 7,
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of saying words at that point.
yeah, yeah. But I've always, it's always been my main interest.
So, okay, you go elementary school, the same area. So, wait, I gotta ask this. So, I'm not too hip to like the small schools stuff like that
Yeah.
because I was just never in one of those. Was it the type of school where elementary, middle school, high school is all in one, or did they actually keep them separate? Because I've heard some crazy stories where they'll have like kindergartners, like third graders, the same school as
Yup.
high schoolers. How?
So we have two schools. One
Okay.
school goes from kindergarten all the way up to 6th grade, and then the high school goes from 6th grade to senior. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So were you? What was kind of your hobbies growing up as a kid? Kind of going into your middle school. What was kind of the things that you were passionate in?
I did a
Other
lot.
than Justin Bieber.
Right, other than Bieber. I did a lot of. I mean, you obviously play a lot of video games, man. That was Fortnite in its prime. At that time.
That's crazy hearing that out loud.
Well,
don't why
I
that
know.
you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, Fortnite's like a 7, 8-year-old game. I mean, it might be older than that, but I was playing prime Fortnite at the time. A lot of games. I did a lot of hooping.
Okay.
I did always.
Was it organized, or are we talking just at the blacktop?
No, it was organized.
Okay.
Well, through high school and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
So I played on the high school team, and it was organized. I still love to hoop, but never been like my niche.
Was it kind of like when you were on the team, were you kind of like the man, or was it more like a role player kind of?
I would say I was like not a role player. I was like starting shooting guard. So I'd say I was like, who could I compare myself to? Like I was like a Sean Livingston on the Warriors, like type shit.
Okay, that's a good comp.
Kind of like
I
that.
kind of like that. That's not the typical comp you hear.
Right. Like I did my part. I got some buckets. Helped the team. Never hurt them. But I wasn't the man. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So growing up in that area, obviously it's a smaller school. Was there even was there even like cliques? Was there even like a popular kids, or was it kind of thing where everyone knew each other, so there never was anything like that?
Everybody did know each other, but there was for sure the popular kids. And
So how would you describe yourself in that?
I was like a floater. I could hang out with the popular kids if I wanted to, or I could hang out with, I don't even know how to say it because I don't want to be an asshole.
Yeah, no, I feel what you're saying. Kind
But
of
like
people that wasn't,
But I was never like, I never wanted to hang out with the popular kids. I just, like my crew was not them.
So when I was in school, I was I was in a big school, but I kind of kicked everyone. Obviously, I kicked a lot of people that was on the football team who were quote unquote the popular kids because obviously I played football. But I noticed looking back that a lot of the people who were the popular kids weren't really the most fun to hang out with.
No.
I feel like a lot of people also kind of change their personality or kind of front the way they are to try to either look like they're this person or,
right.
Some people will be almost like try to be perfectionists and not show who they really are. So I noticed kind of the people who kind of were in the background a little bit were kind of always more fun to kick it with.
Oh, for sure. That was a good way to put it. The people that are kind of in the background. Like, I totally agree. And even to this day, like the popular kids, like they're still like that. They still have a huge ego. They still think they're better than people. Like, it's not like that anymore. We're adults. You don't got to think like that.
I've noticed that you'll hear a lot of those like that where they'll kind of like peak in high school.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh, I was a homecoming king. I was a starting running back on the football team.
Yeah, and they still talk about it now like it matters.
Yeah,
like,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. There's points where sometimes I'll talk about little things from school where I was like, because I played with so all my quarterbacks we had in high school, for the most part, were like pretty good. Like,
well, you went to a big school, so
yeah. But one of our quarterbacks got drafted by the Jets in the 4th round.
Who's that?
James Morgan. He was. Oh, you know who that is?
I do.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he was a backup for the Jets.
That's cool.
I played with him, and then there was another quarterback who went to like Michigan Tech, which is not like a huge school. And then another quarterback that was my grade who went to Illinois.
Yeah,
so
that's a big school.
All three of the guys, 2 of them went D1, one high end D2, and I mean all starting quarterbacks, or at least one went to the NFL. So obviously sometimes there've been conversations out of high school like, oh, well, I played with blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's different than saying, oh, I was the homecoming king, and like that's so different. Like,
I have a couple relatives that are kind of like that who are just like sitting there pounding their chest. Like I have one relative that was like, oh, I could have been a NASCAR driver. I could have played in the NFL. I'm like, bro.
That's a big word.
Yeah, you could have done a lot of things.
That's what I mean.
That's all I keep hearing.
Coulda is a big word.
So, okay, so we'll go to high school. So you said you're in the school. When did you start getting introduced to more hip hop? Because, obviously you're not a rapper per se, but you're an
Right.
artist. So, but I know your music, and I would
Yeah.
definitely put it more in the hip hop genre overall.
I agree.
So when do you think you were first introduced to it, and when do you think that was something where you kind of were not necessarily making music, but at least interested in that genre?
I would say I was probably like 15 when I was like, I was seeing videos online like, Juice was going to the studio. Shout out Juice, RIP Juice. He was going to the studio, but then I saw a clip of Juice just like in someone's house, like making some music on a mic like this, and I'm like, why the hell can't I do that? Like, I don't need to go to the studio. Then I finally started buying a mic and all that other stuff.
So would you say Juice was kind of the first rapper you listened to, or do you think you were kind of already? I feel like you probably started listening to a couple people already before you saw that.
When I was growing up, my dad, I never listened to rock when I was growing up. It was Tupac, Biggie, Drake, Kanye, Kid Cudi. Like, that's what I grew up on. So that were the guys, like, I wouldn't say those are the guys that inspired me, but Juice, I'd say Lil Skies and Juice are like two of my like.
So Jacob Schultz, who I know you know him.
Yeah, shout out Jacob. He cool.
He I know Skies is one of his big influences too.
Oh, I love Skies.
So I've kind of been noticing I'm not to say Skies didn't do a bunch of crazy stuff, but I've noticed that I might have overlooked him a little bit looking back. Because like I listened to him, but I was never like, oh, Lil Skies. But I've noticed a lot of artists have been kind of like, oh, I listen to a lot of Skies. So I feel like I kind of overlooked him a little bit looking back.
I think Skies is really underappreciated. Like, he never really got the love that he should have got, in my opinion. Like,
there's a lot of artists like that I feel like could have got more love, or some that, like, my favorite artist currently has been for a while is YoungBoy, and obviously YoungBoy's been big for a while now. But I remember back in 2017, I was listening way back then, and 18, and I was just like, I'm like, how has this guy not bigger?
Right.
And there's some artists like that, but at least he got to where he is now. Some artists never feel like get all the way where they should be, but
and he's
some that's a lot of politics stuff too.
Oh yeah, like the industry politics.
Yeah, and labels and everything else that comes with that.
But YoungBoy is still like super relevant.
Yeah,
like Skies, like I love Skies, but like he's not where he used to be. Like YoungBoy's out selling out tours and shit. Like,
yeah, well, YoungBoy's run right now is historical.
Especially it really
they're
is.
Not even just like, have you been to Rave before? You seen shows at Rave?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the Rave's a good sized venue, but it's like, it's not like a stadium. I mean, YoungBoy's selling out like NFL stadiums.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. He's still like super relevant. Like, that's like he's doing like Travis Scott, Drake numbers at that point. Like, because that's what they do.
Yeah, no, exactly. So, but okay, so you said you started listening to rap age of 15. Who do you think was mainly in your playlist at that point? So you said.
I'd say at that point it was a lot of Juice, a lot of Skies. I had a lot of Tekka.
Okay.
His first album came out at that time.
It's crazy to me think about this because it feels like what you're saying isn't very long ago.
No,
and it's messing my head up because it kind of was a little bit ago. It was like hearing like, oh, okay, you said you're 22, you're 15, 7 years ago listening to Lil Tekka. That's throwing because I feel like Tekka's only been rapping for a couple of years. That just keeps throwing my head off a little bit.
But he's still super good. Tekka's good.
I saw Lil Tekka, I want to say 2018
you
or
saw
19.
Him live?
Yep, I was at Lyrical Lemonade show.
Oh damn!
And I got invited to this after set at this like private. It was called Avondale Hall, but it was like a private show,
like an after party.
Yeah. It really was an after party, but it was a show. It was I got invited to. It was like an invite only. It was really dope, and it was Eneli Choppa, and this is like when he was way small, obviously, 'cause way back then. It was Eneli Choppa, Lil Tekka, Josiah, which you might not know that is. He's more like a harder, like he's a rapper, but he's like kind of like more like that hard rock rap kind of vibe.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and then Smoke Perp, crazy as that sounds, Smoke Perp was a headliner, which sounds crazy thinking about that because how much bigger Choppa is and some of these other.
I would say Tekka's bigger than Smoke too.
Yeah,
for sure.
Tekka for sure, and but Smoke Perp was a headliner. That's crazy how much things change.
Well, that was when he was popping.
Yeah, and at the show too, not before me, I saw Ski Mask, Mosey.
Shout out Mosey, bro.
There's Skies, bunch of just all you see him is all in the back, just behind him, just chilling behind him. That was probably one of the more crazy experiences I had because it was like invite only. So
you chop it up with any of them?
The only person I got to talk to was Smoke Perp. Funny enough, the headliner. It was a lot like they're performing, and then you just kind of saw them go back.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no, it was a dope experience. I'll have to show you after this. I got videos deep in my phone somewhere of it.
That's dope.
But
I
yeah.
was DMing Perp, bro, and he was hitting me back.
Yeah.
He wanted to do a feature like 2 years ago, and then it just fell through.
Yeah, he was forming in Europe. I want to say 2019. This is when he was real big.
Yeah.
I got FaceTime pictures of us. He was FaceTiming like way back then.
You were FaceTiming him?
Yeah, I used to talk to him a lot. I was
That's
really close to
awesome.
his manager, or his old manager. He helps out Mosey now too. So I've had a couple connects to him.
I want to get tapped in with Mosey, bro.
Yeah, Mosey.
I would love to.
I hope he makes a comeback, man. His music was real good. But
He just dropped the album last weekend.
did he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to tap in. See, I'm off the loop. I didn't even know that.
What happened with him was that whole.
Yeah, that whole case
It
thing.
fell through though. He won.
Yeah, but the problem is with cases and stuff like that, bro. It's
don't leave.
kind of messed up. Even if you win, you still lose.
Right.
Like because there's so many people that being blasted for what you supposedly did, and he didn't end up doing it. But at that time,
Right.
that gets blasted everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But when you're proven innocent,
It
it only gets
don't.
blasted a little bit.
Mhm.
So there's probably at least half the people that still think he did that to this day. They
For
don't.
sure.
They don't even know because no one cares to do actual research about it.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean that's a tough part about being a celebrity is, when you're on the top of the world, everyone loves you, and you do anything at all, everyone's piles on you, and especially hip hop. I feel like it's like snap a finger, people move on
Oh,
quick.
for sure.
That's the only thing that sucks about hip hop is like, I feel like country, and I'm not even in the country, but like they don't look at how many followers does blah 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 have? What is this country singer wearing?
Right.
Versus like a rapper, they're like, oh, okay, wait, how many monthly listeners have? Wait, how much? Wait, what is he wearing? Oh, how much the tickets he sell at the show? Versus country, they like just genuinely only care about the music. They
Yeah,
don't
you
care
never-
about your stream count. They don't care
Yep.
about none of the other stuff.
That's a good point.
And that's a same thing. I'm assuming rock bands too. I mean, like I don't listen to it, so I'm not totally hip, but I've never heard anyone, be like, oh, damn, this band fell off. He only got this much streams.
Right. I haven't either. Actually, I never have heard something like that.
Yeah, versus like a rapper, they like overanalyze every little tiny thing.
But I've heard a lot of people be like, "Oh, skies fell off." Oh, like exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, and I feel like that makes some artists almost not want to drop because they're like, oh damn, what if my album, like academics, right?
Yep.
Like, oh damn, is DJ Academics gonna post my weekly sales? And,
Yep.
am I gonna get roasted? Like I that's why I feel like a lot of artists don't drop nearly as much because of those little things like that, which is unfortunate because like at the end of the day, like me being in the position I am, I do care about the streams, I do care about the numbers, but that doesn't make me determine to listen to someone or not listen to someone.
Right.
Like-
I agree because the numbers do matter to a certain extent. Like they do because that's where like your fans and your money comes from and stuff like that.
All right, we're going to thank today's sponsor. All right, I'm here to talk about NEW Aesthetics. First thing I want to say is they got this red contour light. I've never even seen this before. I tried it one time. It kind of scared me at first, but I had to see what's up with it. It literally bursts fat cells off your body, and it's the only one in Northeast Wisconsin. So that alone you got to check out. They do teeth whitening, Botox. They got the Hillman Salt Sauna, which I never heard of that either. I mean, I'm telling you, they got all these things. You're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then you go try them. You're like, oh, wait, can I come back next week and try it again? So y'all got to tap into this one ASAP because I'm telling you, it'll change how you feel, how you look, everything in between. And, they're good people over there. So go check them out ASAP. All right, if y'all want to book appointment, hit the link below. Tell them Gutt sent you, and we're going to get back to the video now. All right, well, we've been talking a lot about other artists, and that's cool and all, but let's try to get back to you a little bit. We can't have the whole interview be about other people.
Right.
But, okay, so you're listening to these people in high school. You're kind of getting it. When do you have the kind of initial thought of potentially, making your own music or even the thought in your head? Because, like, even me at one point when a lot of people don't notice I made music a long time ago. I did, and I stopped doing it. It just didn't make sense for me.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I was business lane made more sense for me, but obviously when I was younger, I kind of had those like little like chills, like being on stage or those little thoughts. When did
Yep.
those kind of start creeping in your brain?
So I'd say it was probably like my sophomore year of high school when that started happening because I never thought it was possible or obtainable for me to even like record music. Like how do I go somewhere and record with autotune? Like, how do I do that? Like, I didn't know I could just buy that stuff.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I remember when I was really young trying, because I was pretty young when I first started doing it.
Yeah.
I used to, go like raw mic, raw everything.
Exactly.
And I was like, why does it sound bad? Like, why does it not sound good?
Yep.
Obviously, eventually, oh, this is what's up with this. So, but yeah, that always threw me off for the longest part because I was just like, I thought I had to go some big professional studio. The only way
That's
it
what I
sounded.
thought.
Yeah, I
Yep.
thought the same thing. But continue.
But so I just thought it was never obtainable because I'd see videos of the big artists in the studios like recording with producers. Like I didn't know I could just do that. Then I started doing my research, figured out I could buy FL Studio, and then I bought it, and then I bought a bunch of plugins and autotune, and then I'd say my junior year of high school when I was probably like 17 or 18 was when I really started like making music. Because when you first start out, like if I played you like my first song I ever made, you'd be like, wow, you'd be like, wow, that sounds horrible.
So I think every single artist I've talked to pretty much has almost said that exact same answer.
Right.
Like, I don't think anyone's ever been like, oh, like the first 2 songs I made was fire. I don't think anyone's ever said that shit. They say it every time.
They could be fire your first couple because I didn't know what I was doing. Like if I would have went to like Craig for my first couple, they probably would have sounded, decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that. So were you telling some of your homies, some of your people like, oh, hey, I'm thinking about making music, like, or is this kind of like to yourself type of thing, or?
No, so it was me. Shout out Caden, my buddy Caden. I hit him up and was like, yo, because he always wanted to make music, and I'm like, yo, we could probably do this. I'm gonna buy a MacBook, you buy this and this, and I'll buy this and this. And then we both bought half of the equipment, and then that's how the ball started getting rolling.
How balling were you on the first equipment? Like, were you trying to buy cheap stuff, or were you like
cheap? I was not balling. I bought like a $100 audio interface, like an $80 microphone, like the cheapest pair of headphones I could find, and like the cheapest 2 little speakers I could find, and then the MacBook. That was the big hitter.
So when I was probably 15, 16, I had my own studio.
Yeah.
So I had my parents' basement, and it was like in this closet basically, right? Like a
Yep.
basement closet, and it was right by like a water heater, like the
So you could just hear.
yeah, and there'd be no sound. Then you randomly hear like the water trickling, and then you hear the zzz, and I just had the microphone similar to what you said. I just have it in there, and I would have people record.
Yep.
And I'd be wait a second, hold on, well let this go by quick before you go. So I got like that was a long time ago.
That's crazy.
That's kind of I feel like that's what kind of comes with a lot of this music stuff is you have to like first you gotta kind of be trash, not knowing what you're doing.
You have to.
Yep, and then you gotta like get like it's like a little stepping stones.
It is.
I feel like also it's important though to have those stepping stones because then that what creates you.
That's how you learn.
Yeah, exactly. I think the only negative part about it, I've seen some artists is they'll put out music and at the time they're putting out it's trash.
See, I didn't do that.
See, that's good.
I waited so long, because I know when something sounds like how it's not supposed to sound. Like I can hear it, and I knew what I was making was not sounding right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a smart way to do it because there'll be some artists who will put out stuff and it'll be trash, and they'll put it out right, and then people will listen to it. Oh, this is trash, and once you get that label on you, it's so hard to shake out.
it.
Yep. Shake out of it because
I agree.
That's what everyone will associate it with now is this is trash. This is that.
I'm pretty proud of the stuff that I do have put out. Like I'm pretty like this isn't trash. You know what I mean?
I always say the way to tell if you think your music's good, if you don't hesitate to play in front of people.
Oh, I never do.
If you hesitate to play in front of people, then why are you hesitating?
Absolutely.
And another thing is I feel like a good tool is play the music and don't say it to you. Don't be like, oh, hey, here, listen to my song.
Yeah.
Because more like if your homie, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, this shit.
That's actually tech, bro.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
is, yeah, I do. That's tech.
Yeah. And,
Then they'll be like, when they expect it's you, they're just like, they're going to say, oh, yeah, that's good. Like, no matter what.
Yeah.
Even if it is trash, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But if you don't tell them, then they play it and they're like, oh, this is good. And that's genuine.
You know what I'm saying? That makes you feel good. And then you get a real reaction. The only thing is if you play it and they're like, oh, that shit trash. At least you know that they actually think that.
Right. But that you don't come across people like that often that'll keep it a buck with you. They'll tell you, oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, the yes men are kind of important sometimes for your ego a little bit.
Right.
But it's only a couple of them. You need the people that are gonna keep it real to you at the same time.
Have to. That was good. I was looking for that. Yes, man. Yeah.
So okay, so you start kind of playing around music. You're getting this equipment. How's it? What's the next level? How's it step up from there?
So I rocked with that equipment for like probably a year or two, and then I didn't like it because I couldn't get myself to sound right. So I started going to studios and doing it like that, and that honestly is really where I learned a lot about like how to mix and how to make myself sound professional. So after that year, I took a break with my equipment because I didn't like it, and I was just hitting studios. And for like a year or two, I was hitting studios, and I wouldn't say I have it figured out by any means, because I'm still learning, but that's where I learned a lot about like vocal mixing and stuff
So
like
you
that.
think the studios you were going to, you think you would go to any that were kind of like trash, or do you think they're all pretty bad looking back? Because I've noticed a lot of people go to studio, and every studio they go to, they think it's really good.
Right.
And then they'll go to a different one, they're like, oh, this one's way better. Oh, this one's way better.
They're all different. I wasn't going to any like. There was one that I went to a couple times. It was like it was high end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I learned a lot there. Then the other ones, they were studios. They're all right. But definitely the high end stuff is more like, obviously where you want to be. You're gonna learn a lot in there. Them guys they do know what they're doing.
So okay, in high school at this point, I'm gonna adjust the topic a little bit. So you're in school. When do you start really thinking about, all right, when do you get to the point where it's like, all right, this music, I'm trying to try to take it serious? Was that in high school, out of high school? Because I feel like everyone has a dream, and then when you get those graduation papers,
Yep.
you're like, oh, like reality's set. I have to do something now.
So when I was a senior about to graduate, I was already like set, like I ain't going to college. I don't want to do that. Like that was already predetermined.
Do you believe college is a scam or no? You can rattle the question if you want.
No, it's a decent question because, I mean, low key, bro. Like it damn near is. Like they don't like even high school. They don't like in high school. They should teach you how to do your taxes. They should teach you all that stuff. And in college, I mean,
Were you ever taught any of that?
in school? No,
Of course not.
never. I had to learn that outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of stuff like that.
I don't want to say college is a scam because it definitely can take you far in life. It really can. But you need to know what you're going for. You need to know what you want to do after. And you need to be 100% sure that whatever you're going for, you're going to make enough money to pay off what you paid for.
I think the college as a whole isn't a scam, but I think
That's what I'm saying.
I think the gen ed concept is a scam.
Yes.
That college is set up, not to
Yep.
get all preachy, because I know how I am. I'll be at this all day.
Right.
I think that concept is a scam, and I think the nature of parents saying, "Oh, you have to go to college, you have to go." I think that's a old timers thing.
I
And
agree.
I think that's like I said, not to get too deep, but I think it's a big matrix attack.
For
Because
sure.
a lot of people set themselves up, they'll go to school for 2-3 years, they'll quit. They still got to pay off the school.
That's the
Then
problem.
they get a normal 9 to 5. That could be decent, but in
they're
reality,
so
they could.
far.
Yeah, in reality, they could just jumped in that right away.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get back to why people actually here. So, okay, last thing we talked about your music was you were just kind of getting out of high school senior year.
Yep.
You kind of started to just take it serious. You started hitting other studios. Kind of what was the next move from there? Did you start doing any projects? You start developing any new sounds? Kind of walk me through it a little bit.
So I saw this one guy who was a producer, and he did this thing to my vocals that I really liked, and I've been doing it ever since. And then I wouldn't even say I found my sound yet, but I definitely have a sound.
I think this is how I look. I think there's a preferred sound of artists, but I don't think, in my opinion at least, any artist should define to one sound,
I
one
agree.
thing. I think the more different types of music you can try to make, the better.
You have to be able to be different.
So obviously I know how your music sounds now. Was that kind of, obviously not to the point where it sounds, but the type of music, was that how you made it right away, or did you try kind of different lanes?
I tried. So right away, I wasn't making what I was making now. I was doing a lot more like old Ian Dior, Kid Leroy singing vibes.
Okay.
So I definitely took a switch there somewhere along the way. But I haven't done I don't want to put out. I just do singles. I drop singles a lot.
That I'll tell you right now, in my opinion, I think that's the best route.
I agree.
I think there's nothing wrong putting out projects, especially because artists love doing it.
Absolutely.
And it's for the game, it's for the fun of it too. But from a strict marketing perspective, I mean,
That's where my head is at too, because I don't want to put out. I could definitely put a project out. I could do that, but I'm not popping. So why would I want to put it out and have say 7 songs in a project when I could just do one single for 7 months and all them songs would come out, and I feel like I'd get more traction that way.
I think that's the right way to look at it.
You know what I mean?
Not a lot of artists like it like that. Or
I don't prefer it like that. I would love to put out projects and do album drops and stuff, but I don't have the following yet for, you know what I mean?
No, I hear you 100%. I think that's the right route to take too, because I mean, how many, even you, I don't know how good your attention span is music, but like me personally, I listen to a lot of artists, but for me to listen to a whole tape,
Yeah.
I really have to like them. It's gotta be like Youngboy, Wheezy, Kodak.
That's another reason like I haven't done it. Like
Yeah, I mean, how,
people's attention spans these days are because I like to make 3 minute long songs. Like I love doing that. Like, but I don't do it that much anymore because no one wants to stick around for that long.
yeah, short form content, my fault, kind of destroyed a lot of people's attention spans. And I'll say myself too. I mean, bro, it'll be the point where like I really been trying to work on a lot lately. Like I'll be driving, I'll be doing something, I'll just like pull up my phone.
Yep.
I'll be like, what am I doing, bro? Like
Yep.
I'm supposed to be like, or like I'll be sitting down, picking up my phone, scrolling on it, right? And then like I'll put it in my pocket, and then like I feel like not even 30 seconds like it's back of my hand,
Yep.
and I'm not even like I'm low key not even looking at it. I feel like, but it's just in front of my eyes. Now
Yeah.
I know that sounds kind of weird.
No, it doesn't because I completely understand.
Like it's just sitting there in front of my eyes, but I'm not even really looking. I'm just like scrolling the scroll.
Yep. Like
And-
sometimes I'll be on Instagram, Reels, scrolling around.
Yeah.
I'll close out Instagram and I'll reopen it right after I close it. And I just got off of it. Like, I'll close it out, open it again.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. I think that a lot of times why, I think dropping singles is better because if you got a hot single and you got the right promotion behind it, the right little pitch behind it, and the right plan, I mean, you can go really far. And then when you get that fan base, then that's when you're like, all right, I'm gonna feed them a project.
That's when the projects come. I strongly agree. I wish other smaller artists would, because I'm such a small artist. Like I wish other smaller artists would do that. I feel like it'd just be more. They wouldn't be more successful, but they'd be more on the right path. Because like if I see a small artist like drop a project, like it takes a lot for me to go in there and listen to every song on that project.
Yeah, no, for sure. And especially because some artists I've heard around here, I will take the time to listen because I either work with them or just, I'm in the lane, so I feel like I got to, I'll respect.
Right.
And I'll listen, like, there'll be 7, 8 songs or even 10, 15 sometimes even. And I'll listen through it and I'll be like, damn, there's a lot of good songs on here.
Mhm.
That should be good. I'm like, but then it's like, you're not going to get the shine or the respect you should off of it.
Right.
That's the part that I hate to see.
Because say as a smaller artist, you did like a 15-track project. People are going to go, they'll listen to the first one, listen to the second one, listen to the third one. Then maybe they're going to skip 5 and listen to the 7th one and listen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then 5 that they
or
skip.
they'll just hit the shuffle button and just see what happens.
Absolutely. And the ones that they're not hearing could be the ones that are like super, super good. And they're listening to the ones that aren't super, super good. So I feel like if you break it up, like my last drop I did was the first project I did. It was like 3 songs in one. But that was the first time I've ever done it. And I didn't even really want to do it.
All right, y'all, we got to thank today's sponsor real quick. All right, let me tell you about Santana's Mile Garage. So I'll tell you a personal story real quick. So I bought a Porsche, right? And it was a weak gray color. I wasn't a real fan of it. I came to my boy, and he got this pink looking sharp, looking good. You can do that for your vehicle, too. He can also tint windows. And when I mean any color, he got a whole book. He'll show you every color. He can do anything for you. And affordable price and really good work. So if I was you, I'd tap in today. So I'm going to put his Instagram in the bio. Go tap in, say Gutt sent you, and he'll do you right and affordable price. You know what I'm saying? He's not tax season. So I tap in right now if I was you. But we're going to get you back to the video real quick. So I got a hypothetical question for you.
Dude.
If you could have any artist, dead or alive, 3 different artists, do a song with you, what would be the 3 you'd pick?
I'm going
Only 3 though.
I'm going Juice.
Okay.
I'm going Drake.
That's a good
I'm
pick.
a huge Drake guy. And then I'm gonna go
A lot of I feel like Drake gets a lot of unnecessary hate.
absolutely. I totally agree.
I feel like it's kind of like a punchline to the point now where it's like people just don't even actually feel that way,
No,
but they just kind of do it just to do it.
you ride the wave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Drake, Travis Scott, Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Like right now, if I could have 3, those are the 3.
So out of those 3 now, if you only could have one, who would you pick? You got to cut to them.
Damn. I'm gonna pick Travis Scott, man. I'm a huge.
You know what's funny? In my head, that was the one that I thought you would not do. That was I right away. I'm like, all right, he's gonna say Drake or Juice. That's why I said right away.
Well, sitting here right now thinking about it, I don't know what it is, but I'd pick Travis Scott.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm never. I used to mess with Travis Scott. I haven't really listened to him quite a while, but that's obviously not my ideal sound for music for me. I'm more into like trap or more like hard rap, so that's more my lane. But yeah, no, Travis Scott definitely a legend, and I was really early on him back in like 2014.
Oh yeah, when he was doing like what was he doing?
Rodeo, all those songs way back then. So I was early on that wave.
Like days before Rodeo.
Yeah, that was a Travis Scott I messed with a lot. I didn't like the newer, more mainstream as much.
Yeah.
But and I'm not just saying that because I know that's what everyone says. Like, oh, I like their old music, and that's not always like that. Like, there's some stuff from like YoungBoy examples. That's like I said, what I listen to. Who like his early stuff is good, but even like probably my favorite music of him is probably from like 2020, 22.
Who's that?
YoungBoy. I'm saying. Exactly.
How do you feel about the way YoungBoy puts his music out? Because he just be throwing it out there. Like, how do you feel about that? Genuinely?
I was talking to Craig about that. I'm like, bro, he just drops so much music. It's hard. I like it and I kind of hate it.
I feel like it's overwhelming.
Yeah,
from a fan standpoint.
I like it because I got a lot of songs to pick from.
Yeah,
but it do be kind of he kind of do too much sometimes because it'll be like he'll give me 20 songs. I'll be like, all right, I finally kind of get through the 20. I'm really not all the way through them because I like to listen a lot. And then he'll give me another 20.
Like a month later, dude.
Yeah, and then I feel like he gives me 20, and then he'll drop like singles after them too.
Yeah, and you're still processing the first 20.
Yeah, so then like I'm like sitting here, I'm like, this man who dropped like 58 songs in 2 months. But like I don't know, it works. It works for him.
It definitely does work for him.
But it do be too much sometimes. And I don't know, YoungBoy's a different cat though. He does like joint projects with people that kind of like he did with Rich the Kid, kind of like when Rich the Kid was kind of already, I don't want to say falling off, but not as hot. And like
God, he had some good music, bro.
Yeah, I liked Rich.
I do too.
The thing about YoungBoy too, he like kind of like he doesn't do like too many features too. Like he actually has like rules of like he only will do a feature. He like messes with them personally.
Yeah, he was on who did he do a feature with? He was on Jack Boys 2 with Travis Scott.
Yeah, that's a big thing about YoungBoy. Like a lot of people don't know this story. Uzi wanted to do a song with him.
No way.
With YoungBoy, and I don't know if you remember Uzi and Rich the Kid had that beef. I don't know if you remember that way back.
I don't think I do.
Well, they had this big beef, and it got pretty bad. Like that, they like pulled up and like in person, like on in real life. And even though Uzi's way bigger than Rich the Kid, right? No, that's not even a.
There's no question.
Fact. Yeah, you know what I mean. And because of that situation, YoungBoy wouldn't do a song with him.
Because him and Rich were homies.
Yeah. See, and stuff like that, like from a business sense, it's probably not the best idea, but I do kind of respect it from a moral compass of like, oh, that's my guy. I'm not gonna do something because of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So my next question now I got is similar to the other one. Out of all the artists in the area, when I mean local, I don't mean someone that's like Chicken P, someone like that who's like a local, but obviously he's like in the industry. You know what I'm saying? People who are in the local area. If you can name 3 artists that you mess with, who would be the 3?
I really mess with. Shout out Stunna. His name's Stunna. I don't think you know Stunna.
No, I know Stunna.
You know Stunna?
I do.
Shout out Stunna.
He was. I had a A&R showcase. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but I flew out of A&R from Atlanta. He worked at Sony.
I think I did hear about this.
Yeah, and he was on it. And then
I went to a studio.
No, so it was like kind of like the bracket you did.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of, but it wasn't like a competition. I had a A&R from Sony. I flew him out, and artists performed in front of him. Yeah. And basically, he was evaluating him and could sign him essentially on the spot. Yeah. I had 3 artists in the event, kind of.
Did one of them get signed?
So I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but basically, an artist was gonna get signed. Won't name off who. And he got arrested. He it was like a domestic situation that was pretty bad. And unfortunately, that was kind of the one he was the most interested. So kind of the worst possible scenario happened out of that one.
And I'm willing to bet that his case fell through and he won anyway.
No, he didn't.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
He definitely did not.
Damn. All right. So it wasn't a Mosey situation.
No, he definitely did for sure. But anyways, I had him. There was a couple of artists. Another artist got a distribution deal. Yeah. And the song got over 200,000 plays. I'm just not gonna say who they are, just because it's like I don't. I'm assuming they wouldn't care, but just in case hypothetically they don't want.
That's respect.
You know what I'm saying? But one of the artists got 200K streams off it. But he was on that. And then my homie Pablo hosted a show, and I kind of helped put it together a little bit, and he was on too. Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a minute, to be honest, but I do know he is.
He's really cool. I do a lot of music with him. I do, I'd say Stunna. I fuck with Sage, bro. I do a track with Sage for sure. He moved away, but he's still from here.
Yeah, I mean, you can count that. He's only been gone for like a month.
I'd say Stunna and Sage and probably vocal. Shout out S guy, bro. I seriously fuck with some of his stuff. Like,
yeah, he was tough for sure.
But I want someone different. Like It's a tough question, Gutt. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I mean, I try to keep it at 3 too, so people can't just name off people left and right either.
absolutely.
I used to do 5 when I did this the first time, way back when I had my podcast, and then I was like, people were just like, "Oh, boom, 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 boom." I was like, "All right, this is way too easy." I'm making this 3 now, so people gotta think a little more on it.
I'd say the last one. He's not like from here, but he's popping right now. The Kid Season.
Oh, okay.
You know who that is?
Yeah, he's Milwaukee.
I don't know where he is, but he's like popping right now, and he makes some really, really good music.
He was at the bracket, right?
No, I don't think you know him.
Oh, okay, no, okay. We're talking about there's a dude from the bracket named Season too.
Oh,
That's why I threw.
I know who you're talking
I thought you were
about.
talking about. Oh, he's the Kid Season.
No,
That shit threw me off.
2 different people.
Oh, okay, no, okay, I know what you're talking about then.
Yeah, those are my 3.
Okay, smooth. We're going to take another break and thank our next sponsor. All right, we're here to thank Tony Dream Home Services. He can paint your walls, do your door, trim, decks, drywall. I mean, he can do everything. He can build your house up, tear it down. Then after tear it down, you decide you want back up. He can walk back over, build the thing back up. And he's making dreams come true, one home at a time. So come holler at my boy, because I'm telling you, he's the best in town. If y'all want to get in touch with my boy, go to the link in the bio, click it, DM, say Gutt sent you. But we're going to go back to the video now. So up to this moment, what would you say you think your top moments in your career so far? Or things that you're proud of yourself for?
I'd say I'm proud of last May I started doing drops every month, and I still have been since last May. So I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of how I sound now. Like I used to sound so shitty. I'm really, and I do most of it myself. Like Craig's mixed a couple of my tracks, and they're fire. But I'm proud of what I was able to do by myself with the mixing and stuff without going to school or anything. You know, like I learned it all. Proud of that, and definitely really proud. I'm finally doing like shows and stuff. That
we gotta get a couple in, so we're gonna get
for
that,
sure,
we're
for sure,
that out.
Absolutely. But I'm proud of that because that's a big step. Even if you are at like a little bar and like you're doing a show at a bar and whatnot, like you're still performing in front of people. Like it takes a lot to do that.
No, yeah, 100%. What's kind of some of your goals?
I'd say I want to perform on like a stage.
Well, I can do that for you.
I would really like to do that.
That's easy.
I would love to do that. I would like to get my monthly listeners above 1,000.
Okay.
Like sooner than later, before the year ends somehow, if that's possible. I really want to start like, I don't drop on SoundCloud. I don't know I want to start dropping on SoundCloud. Like it's not really a big goal, but I feel like that's just another area of business that I could get into because I don't drop on there because I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really too hip to SoundCloud no more. I used to be when I was younger, but I mean, you might as well put your music out anywhere you can. Have you had any considerations of trying to perform out of state or open up for a bigger artist?
Absolutely. I would love to do that. I just like you're my guy. I got it. You know what I mean? It's how I don't have connects like that.
Yeah, no, that's something else we can do. I've been suggesting to some people, like I had Jacob open up for young bands in Chicago.
I fuck with young bands.
I had Sage open up for Annalie Chop in Minnesota.
Yep.
A couple others like that. So
let me know, bro.
I would say start something kind of in the Midwest.
Absolutely.
Kind of get your feet wet, maybe like Minnesota or Illinois.
Hey, I'm
like
ready
that.
to go when you are, bro.
No, yeah, we can do that for sure. Any other goals? Do you have any thoughts of any music videos, any projects coming up, anything like that?
Another goal for me would be I really want to start promo better. Like I'm really bad at promoting my stuff. You know what? Like
yeah, no, I feel you.
I'm bad. It's not hard. Like you make a video.
Kind of an effort thing, man.
Right.
And it's kind of another thing I would say is example for like I'm not really a TikTok guy. It's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But TikTok's a really big tool to use.
But I see I'm not like a TikTok guy either. So like
you kind of gotta like damn near force yourself.
You do, and it is a huge tool nowadays. Like so many people get their following from TikTok.
There's a rappers, they call them TikTok rappers, and people diss them on that.
And that's another thing though. Like I don't want to be a TikTok
At the end of the day, bro, had to look
rapper.
At it. You gotta take the lane, and just because you might blow up off a song off TikTok doesn't mean you have to define yourself as that. You gotta use that crowd and then off to the next thing.
That's I really want to start doing that, posting.
I know another thing that I won't release too much information that we've been kind of working on, and we wouldn't just kind of just start working. As I know you got a couple features you're working on, some
absolutely
bigger artists of that. So is anything you want to share about that at all? You don't have to say names, but anything you want to share?
Them 2 features, I'm really excited for those. I have them. They're not ready to go. Like I gotta punch them in, but like they're ready to go. Like you know what I mean? They're on my phone.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like the lyrics, and I wrote some stuff.
I think another thing, it'd be nice to do with some of those other features and some of the shows is maybe try to get on some shows with some of the people around the area that you got the features with. And another thing I've been looking at doing for a couple artists is I did this a couple years ago. Is I did like a local tour.
Yeah,
kind of went to different cities all around Wisconsin. Kind of got a big crew together.
That'd be awesome.
That's something that we got to work on putting together also. But before we get out of here, shut the lights off. You got any shout outs? Any people you would you want to talk about? Any other little subjects you got?
Shout out Ice. Shout out my brother. And shout out P-Dog. That's my shout outs.
A big thing also you got to be on the lookout for with him is we got these don't you have some music video that you shot?
I got a couple of music videos.
I know we were talking about that.
But back to that. That's like back to the reason I don't have those put out is because like I got nobody to like. People would watch them, but like I'm not popping.
Yeah,
you know, like I could definitely put them out. Like they're ready to go.
Right,
but
hold on, I'm gonna talk about it. So we got a couple music videos in the vault, and we haven't fully had this conversation, so I figured we'd have it on camera. You know, how many are you sitting on?
I'm sitting on 5 music videos.
I didn't know that, man. I thought
that are
like 2 or 3.
No, but they're, filmed on like a professional, like they're ready to go.
So I was thinking, since this is gonna be on my channel where I talk about here, I was thinking maybe when we're done with this, maybe sit down, we could see a couple of them videos, maybe we can get a couple on the channel. You think
Absolutely.
we could do something like that?
I think we could.
I think we should do something like that.
For sure.
I imagine we drop all 5, do like every 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
We could drop one every 2 weeks.
Yep.
Get a little promo run going. That'd be smooth.
That would be smooth.
But
that's exactly what I'm looking to do.
This was a great interview, great sit down. I think we got a lot of ideas coming up, and the nice thing is how long have we known each other? Like we know each other, but like actually, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'd say like I'd give it like a year, like
so,
that we like know each other.
So about a year in, and we did a little show, little bracket together.
Yep.
We got a couple. Can't say too much. We got the little features coming.
Yep.
We got these videos. We did this interview, and that's just the start of it. So y'all have to be on the lookout. I think the plan is we're gonna have him a lot more on the channel. So I'm hoping this little intro will be something way bigger.
Tip of the iceberg, chat.
You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you popping out, man. It was a good time, a good interview, and
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a part 2 in sometime. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing. I feel like you'd be a type of guy we could do like a vlog with too. Like
for sure, bro.
Maybe like a little public thing. Maybe go out in the nightlife a little bit.
For sure, bro.
I know you like to get active a little bit.
I do like to get a little active, yeah.
So let's figure it out, man. But this was Gutt with Gutt Talk, and y'all like the video, comment, share, show your mother, show your father, show everyone you know what I'm saying, and get his name out there more. He deserves it. So just try to get it up more.
That's love.
All right, appreciate it.
Shout out Gutt too, though.
Yes, sir.